Now I took a trip down to Five Bar Gate. The winter had been quite heavy, with new coastal defences taking place. The coastline had changed massively. Sand was being pushed everywhere. Things weren't quite the same as they used to be. I'd also resisted the temptation of fishing all winter for whiting because the cod just never showed up. Angler after angler after angler that I spoke to, nobody had caught the elusive cod. I've seen the odd one on social media, Facebook more specifically, but in general it wasn't a good year for winter fishing on the Fylde coast, in my opinion. So the time was best spent served just doing other things away from fishing. It's life. You don't have to go fishing every single week, every single month. You can have a break throughout the winter period if you need to. And that's exactly what I chose to do this year. I went out now and again with a couple of friends, but really it's something that wasn't on my agenda for this calendar year. I think I might have been out maybe twice since Christmas. Not really practiced fishing at all. As the weather changed, I decided to start doing the vlogs again and get out and get a bit of fishing just for my own mental well-being. A lot of people do that. So, without further ado, let's carry on with the vlog as it is. Well, good to see you again, it really is. Well, you know, as you've just seen, I've been setting the rod up, fishing one rod, black. I've got other baits as well. I did some pumping yesterday, picked up some black and yellowtail, hence the iodine. Apologies for not getting many videos out. No excuses, just didn't want to do them. Don't have to give an excuse really, do I? But literally, I can, God's honest truth, I really couldn't be bothered. I've not been fishing hardly in the last few months, so I thought I'll start again. Now it's getting warmer, the clocks go forward soon, and honestly I've just not been in the mood for it. God, it's annoying me. Just not been in the mood for it whatsoever. Rich has been out, he abandoned me. I went doing match fishing, he hasn't abandoned me, he's just gone doing match fishing. He's done very well to be fair, he's done very well. Where I just hit the gym really hard, lost a fair bit of weight, dropped down 2 shirt sizes. Doesn't look it in this video, I know, but just generally just on a fitness trip. So by the time, hold on, dimples, not done for years. So I'm going to hit the gym even harder until the end of summer. That is really annoying me, that. Till the end of summer, get in good shape. You can't turn the clock back in time, and it's not a midlife crisis or anything, it's just, well, some might say, but it's just, I got on the floor in the living room after dropping something. No, it wasn't, it was the kitchen, and I had to get on my hands and knees to effectively pick something up. Let's do that, there we go. Effectively pick something up, and that was the dividing, or that was the moment, the key moment I decided I need to get in the gym and sort myself out. So hence why I'm here now. Yeah, I've learned how to pump bait. There's plenty of worm casts here as well, but I've not brought my pump with me, it's in the car. I could go and get it, but I'm only fishing 2 or 3 hours, so I'm not expecting much. I'm fishing the low at 5 Bar Gate. The reason for that being is that I've heard that there's been a few rays starting to come out, so from this spot, I like this part of the beach here for rays. So I've got worm on at the moment. I'm going to put squid and a bit of fish bait on there on a pulley rig and whack that out in a bit just for a raise. It starts getting towards dark, so low tide is in an hour, so I'm going to do an hour and a half down, set up, and an hour back, and hopefully pick a fish up. Excuse the wind. You might know if you watch sea fishing videos or anything like this, there's always wind, we can't get away from it. But yeah, not going to start waffling about rods or reels and stuff like that, because you know what, it just makes no difference. You could use any rod or reel, you'll catch fish.
if you get used to fishing. And I'm going to start going fishing with a few people who've not been fishing before, or have started going fishing before. I will catch up with Rich soon, but he's in work in Manchester today. So I'm currently not working, hence why I'm out now. Long story, not getting into it, but let's just say it just didn't work out really. So yeah, I'm going to be looking for another job soon. Get this week out of the way and enjoy life a little bit. I was going to come out yesterday all day, but chucked it down all day long. As you can see now, we've got rain coming in, so I've got the waterproofs on just in case. And that's it. Quite shallow this beach, so you're fishing into gullies. That's what you're looking for. I'm trying to fish over the back of some honeycomb worm beds, they're called honeycombs, and hopefully we'll pick something up again. It's not warm yet, but it's getting there. It's spring, we're now actually in spring, so all's good. There's a wormer pump there. Like I say, yellowtail and some black. Right, it's only half an hour in. Going out quite slowly, if I'm honest. I've opted for a better bluey because the water is like chocolate. It's really, there's a lot of sediment on the beach as well, like sludge, so it's not great. And it's really discoloured, as you can see. It's like proper brown. On the beach as well, it's like, it's not very nice. It's not seen it like this before. It's quite gooey, but it's not perfect. We've got some diggers out over there already, because on this coastline here you get a lot of people pumping worm and that kind of thing. You see plenty of cast around me here on 5 bar, plenty, and I've never seen these here last year, so they do migrate and move around quite a bit. I dropped onto a Pennell pulley rig, short one at that, not a long one, a very short one, just for a raise. It looks like I'm actually in a gully or something, so I'm happy with that. I'm going about 130 yards now. Before I was going a bit shorter. Hopefully we'll pick something up. It's turned quite cold as well. It's not quite pleasant. I've got the wind, it's an easterly wind. Now on this beach, when there's an easterly wind, it flattens the sea right off, as you can see now. So we've had quite a few days of it pushing in, you know, southwesterly, but currently everything's pushing away from the coastline. It doesn't fish particularly well in an easterly wind. I'm out fishing, that's the most important thing. I was going to do 2 sessions a week and blah blah blah, but it's just not worked out that way. Just like I say, I just wasn't in the mood. Really wasn't in the mood. The trolley has been a fantastic investment still. Walking out with all the kit down here and through, there's like a gully at the back that fills in behind you. Walking through that with a buggy was quite nice. It means you get the camera kit down. Just want to get a fish now. Like a big whack on there, fish bait I'm on now. Something over there, I'm going to have a look at it in a minute, see what it is. Pretty much featureless at the moment on this part. Down the other coastline where I live towards Bisburn, that kind of area. Close in, a lot of the sand has been ripped away now. The new sea defence has been building right the way across, as you can see. At the back of me there, these sea defences here. It's pushed all the sand further out. You can actually see it's just changed the beach massively, and they've been trying to blame the storms. Could be the storms, I'm no expert, but a lot of the locals are saying it's changed the beach massively. But that's great, so I'm not all over the place. Right. You know something? I lied. It's a small up and over rig. Only small, about a foot. So yeah, that's more for the race really. So I'm just trying to keep everything compact. So yeah, it's a small up and over rig. I'm just going to send this out now. Quite far out. I get far more distance. I get far more distance with the multipliers now than I could ever get with a fixed spool with bait. I'm not a bad caster on a fixed spool, so I can do about 150, 160 with bait. But we did some casting with a multiplier and we're getting further than that. Not all the time, you don't need to cast to the moon all the time. Technique's not brilliant, it's getting better, and the more I practice now coming throughout the summer months, currently in spring, I should be putting it reasonably far. So that one out there, I don't know, about 130, 140. Better than nothing, I suppose. Cold now, sunset setting here now, an easterly wind, it's a cold easterly as well. Just hoping that those rays are starting to come in. I've had some big rays from here, so I could do some double figure rays. There's also Rossall School I like over there as well. It's like something like from Hogwarts. That place there, private school, that very expensive, but what a school. Look at that, can you imagine going to school at the side of the sea like that? That must be ace. Gonna put a tip light on now. Sun's starting to set, well it has set to be honest. Gonna fish half an hour and then we'll talk about the rigs I'm gonna be using this year in the garage of all places. There's gonna be a lot of videos in my garage of in the process of making it into a little workshop. So get this on, courtesy of Fleetwood Angling Supplies that I bought it. Nobody gives me anything these days because I've not been doing any videos. So Ben, spoke to Ben today. He's thinking of doing his own YouTube stuff and own videos, so we'll keep an eye out for that one, to be fair. So that's Fleetwood Angling Supplies Ben. Don't know what the name of his channel will be, even if he has a channel, but he says he's going to do his own stuff. I offered my services, but he doesn't need them. He's going to do it himself. Stick this on the rod. Wow, this is tough going. Now we're on the flood. Got one fish bait on a loop rig now, and I got the worm, and I got my silly little light on the go. I like it, I like lights. We're in Blackpool, it's got to have lights, hasn't it? Well actually, not technically Blackpool, Cleveland's on the border of Fleetwood almost. Fleetwood's just there, Cleveland's. Yeah. You won't think it was dark, but it is. I've got the ISO set super bright so you can catch me now. It's pretty dark now, it's getting dark. So good quality camera can do these kind of tricks. So it looks like it's the middle of the day, but it's not, it's quite dark, so all light levels are set correctly. Now, if you're familiar with this coastline, on a big tide, 10 metre tide, it runs in the water. We're currently on a 9 metre, so it's quite a high one, just shy of 9 metre to 1.5 down. It's only coming quite quick. So we're at low now, give it a couple of minutes and it'll start coming back in. Said it's going to go at 12. At 12, 7. It's 10 to 7 now. I've got my wheels, I've got my tripod. I'm good to move quickly. I don't like dragging the tackle box across the sand, we've all done that. So when I've got the trolley, it makes it much easier, you'll see what I mean. There we go. Nice and easy does it. Did drop my worm, so hey ho, carve it off. Oh, that time. A little bit of promotion. Sunblaster lights. I've got 2 of these. 2. This here. There. Not bad. Lasts about 4 hours on high beam. Longer without. Great for carp fishing and sea fishing alike. Just makes it a lot easier to see things. I'm going to mount that on there, and that's it. Good. Didn't pay for this. Not paid to do it. Just give me some lights, and they're coming very, very, very useful indeed. So that's there's a link down for these lights. So rate them. But I'm going to get one of those posh lights that Richard's got. Can't remember the name of them now, but also the fish locker guy. Without dropping names. He's got one as well, but called something called Fen or whatever it is. Comment below and tell me if you know what they're called. I'm going to get one of them, but they're 100 quid. Even dear, about 250 quid. I also need to get some new waders, because I repaired my waders as I thought, because they're getting old now. These are old waders, vast waders. I've got another hole now. Yeah, wet right foot, not good. But yeah, I need a new pair of waders soon. So this year I'm going to invest in a new pair of waders, because I need them. Nothing more, nothing less.